So I'm always paying attention to marketing trends in general, whether it's a new business tool, um, something related to social media, and obviously LinkedIn is the main focus of trends that we look for. Nancy, myself, whether it's content, whether it's a lead gen strategy, a branding strategy. But what I wanted to cover in today's training, in today's episode, from what I'm seeing, and you may be seeing the same thing, maybe not, but from what I'm seeing in my perspective, LinkedIn is absolutely pushing a certain type of post more than others. And I'm going to cover this type of post and I'm going to talk through some examples. I'm seeing this actually in my own content as well. And what I can tell you is, for those that don't know, Nancy and I have our own private community called the Expert Content Society. It is a private community that offers the people that are members, so they're service professionals, they are service providers, coaches, consultants, 24 personalized GPT prompts, which are basically questions that lead to crafting of LinkedIn content. So if you're looking to share maybe the origin story of how you got into what you got into, you basically click on the little hyperlink for the prompt. You hit get started, logs you into your own chat GPT, and it's going to start asking you questions. How did you get started? What you're doing? What are you doing now? What was a turning point moment? What's been your biggest takeaway? So it takes all the information that you feed it, and it crafts these beautiful, thought-provoking storytelling and thought leadership type content posts for LinkedIn that are all yours. And they're poll questions, quote tiles, carousel posts, video outlines, text posts, image text posts, everything you can imagine. So right now the doors are closed, but what Nancy and I are offering people is almost like a free little sampling of what our members get inside the community. So we've created a free download. It's a template for 3 high impact posts for LinkedIn. 2 are basically fill in the blank, and 1 you get access to one of our prompts. So for anyone that's watching on social, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn, if you type the words high impact in the comments, I will send you the link where you can download this template, which is 2 Mad Lib style and 1 actual prompt for ChatGPT. Use it. I mean, people are getting phenomenal results. We've heard great feedback from this. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears has gone into this. If you're listening on the podcast, just go to the description. You can grab the link there. So what I wanted to kind of talk about today is this certain type of LinkedIn content that they're pushing out. Now, I talked about this in a previous episode, that storytelling and thought leadership is really hitting home with a lot of people. Now, that can be brought to the LinkedIn ethos of what you're doing in multiple formats. It can be done in video format, long content, short form content, whatever it be. And I'm not saying that one piece of content is better or worse than the next, but what I'm seeing from my engagement and also the suggested posts that LinkedIn will give you, and maybe some of you see this as well, maybe it'll say suggested for you, and it's a piece of content that's getting really nice engagement that they feel that you can provide maybe a relevant comment around. What I'm noticing, and you may be noticing too, it is all text posts. No image, just a text post. And it's based around thought leadership and storytelling. So I started noticing this about a month ago. And a lot of the prompts that Nancy and I provide in our private community, we provide 4 text posts per month. So 1 per week. So I started going through and I'm like, you know what, I love to write. I love storytelling. I love thought leadership. Let me take my words and maybe answer some of these specific questions that can craft a really good post. In my words, but just kind of rearranged where it would be appropriate for LinkedIn to have high impact on my network. Now, this is for me. I don't compare myself to anyone else, but I do look back at my content each week on LinkedIn, and I like to take a peek and see, what has really translated well, what has really worked well. And through, my LinkedIn newsletters and my LinkedIn poll questions typically garner the most engagement. My LinkedIn lives, yes, they will, depending upon the topic, they will get some good engagement. But my text posts that I would pump out, I mean, it was like crickets. And I didn't know why. It was still good content. But now I'm seeing that change. I'm seeing a huge shift. And to kind of just talk you through what I'm talking about, I did a post on Saturday, and the amount of engagements, yeah, 7 likes and engagements, but 18 comments. So I went in and used one of our prompts, and I just filled out a bunch of information. But like this is my word. This is basically what I constructed on a Saturday, nonetheless. So I was told that using automated tools and data scrapers would help me streamline my LinkedIn processes, generate more leads, and close more sales. It couldn't have been further from the truth. That moment opened my eyes. Instead of chasing shortcuts, I doubled down on building real, genuine relationships. I stopped listening to so-called LinkedIn influencers who were clearly violating the platform's user agreement and started focusing on connection, not automation. True and lasting business relationships can't be automated. They have to be built over time with intention and care. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. What was your biggest takeaway from this post? And have you ever had a moment that changed everything? Share in the comments below. And there was a lot of discussion. A lot of people were talking. I mean, there was a lot of back and forth, a lot of really great conversations. And this is, again, it's thought leadership. It is storytelling. It is thought provoking. It's a conversation starter. So the other day, I'll show you that I did have it add an image just to kind of do a test, right? So I wrote, you don't need a website. You don't need a sales page. You don't need to get on calls. This is the biggest lie being sold to business coaches and consultants. The truth, if you want a scalable and sustainable business, you need all three. A properly optimized website boosts your visibility and authority, not just on LinkedIn, but through all the biggest search engines. A functioning sales page converts interest into revenue. Sales calls build trust and close deals that DM simply can't. You cannot shortcut connection, clarity, or conversion. If you're serious about building a real business, focus on creating value-driven LinkedIn content that drives people to your site, encourages real conversations, and leads naturally to a compelling sales page when the time is right. Stop believing the DM to dollars myth. Start building a business with the core values of honesty, results-driven, and human centricity. What's one myth about growing a service-based business you hear way too often? Drop it in the comments below and let me know what you took most away from this post. And I did put up an image of myself and Nancy, but it got 23 engagements, 24 comments, and a repost. So I'm seeing this all the time now. I did another one the other day. 14 engagements, 19 comments. The one prior to that, 12 engagements, 10 comments. The one prior to that, and it's going on and on and on. So my big point here is numbers don't lie and facts are friendly. So my challenge to you, if you're watching this or listening to this, is start writing really good, thought-provoking, storytelling, thought leadership text posts. Now, this could be debunking myths. This could be updates to the industry. This could be lessons that you've learned that could help others. When you share this personal side of you, it bridges the gap between the people that you're looking to impact in the most meaningful and the most powerful way. Now, if you're watching this or listening to this and you're like, man, I that sounds great, but I don't know where to get started. That's exactly why I've included in this episode and in this training the link to our high impact template posts for LinkedIn. You get 3, and I want you to try one of them. So if you're listening on the podcast, again, go to the description, download the template. You can use either the 2 fill in the blank templates that are there, or click on the link to take you into ChatGPT, and you can go through our prompt as an example and post it. If you post it, tag me in the post so I know that you used the template from listening to this training or watching this training. Now, if you're watching it, again, just type the words high impact in the comments. I'll send you the link, download the template, and use it. I have nothing to hide here. I want to see all of you get better engagement. We test so many different types of content out there. We don't believe in engagement pods. We believe in true, genuine connection. We believe in authenticity. We believe in being real and yourself and not falling into any of those salesy, spammy traps that some people get caught up in. So again, what's being pushed out, in my opinion, right now, are text posts with no images that are based around thought leadership, thought provoking, and storytelling. So to make it easy, get our prompt, get our template, which has a prompt included that will help you craft one of these text posts yourself. So again, type the words high impact in the comments if you're watching on social. If you're listening to the podcast, obviously just go to the description and you can find the link there, download it. Tag me in that post if you use it. I want to see how it works for you. So I hope you found this episode and this training helpful. Love and gratitude, and I'll talk to you next time.